How's it, guys? Davey FPL here, and welcome to another Champions League fantasy video. Obviously, this is the last match day of the group stages, so it's quite an exciting time. We can see the competition heat up a little bit. All the best two teams in each pool are going to be going through to the round of 16, and then obviously that increases the odds of performances for us because it's less players to choose from. Now, if you just head over to the Champions League rule set, you'll see that you have unlimited transfers between Matchday 6, which is going to be after this game week, obviously, and then the round of 16. So basically, a free wild card there. So don't worry too much about your team if they are not looking that great. Obviously, there are two chips that you can use in this fantasy game. There's the limitless wild card, which allows you to spend an unlimited budget on your team. I'm thinking about saving that actually for the round of 16 first round, mainly because in the quarters there's not that many teams to choose from, obviously being 8 teams, and in the first legs, I reckon a lot of teams are going to go for it. So you're looking at big performances, maybe second legs, a few players might be rested if there's a large goal differential. Um, so that's what my plan is. Obviously, I'm not too happy with. I mean, I'm not too unhappy with this team. I've actually can't really find a person to transfer out, but we'll get to that on the Matchday 6 preview. On the Matchday 5 preview or review, not too shabby. 57 points. I think it was on the average almost. Obviously, my saving grace was Lewandowski. He, I think, got 2 goals, if I'm incorrect. So, captained him. Lovely 20 points from him. Marega got me a goal or assist. I can't remember. Griezmann got me a goal. Very happy. I brought him in for Costa. Sancho 1 pointer. Coutinho 3 pointer. Mane 4 pointer. Cancelo 6 pointer. Joe Gomez is actually injured, so that's a little bit of an annoying thing. Liverpool did play on the Wednesday, so I brought him in for Nacho, who was injured anyway. Kimmich got 8 points. Sane, I think he did play, he just got 0 points. And then Edison with the 1 pointer. A little bit disappointed, didn't get Milner's 7 points. It happens. I kind of had to choose between bringing Sancho on or Milner. I didn't really think Milner was going to start, but he did and ended up scoring a penalty, so that's my bad. But otherwise, that's basically the team. Defense again bringing me some points, which is always nice. But otherwise, no one really else except for Griezmann, Marega, and Lewandowski. Yeah. So if we move on to this next game week, which is the game week that everyone's looking forward to, my team is setting up as not that bad. I've got a lot of good fixtures. The only thing I worry about this match day is a lot of teams have already qualified, and therefore they probably won't play their strongest teams, which is a little bit annoying. But obviously, there's nothing we can do about it. If they play, they play, and if they don't, they don't. So that's why I didn't really want to use my wild card on this game week because there's such an unknown aspect about this game week. We don't really know who's going to start, but what can we do? And I still have to organize my subs benches. So if we go to the matches over here, I will sub on Milner for Lewandowski, and then Akanji for Kimmich. Uh, Confirm that. And then if we go to the matches over here, I'm just going to go through some of the matches that are looking good. There's actually a lot of decent fixtures for the teams. Atleti versus Club Brugge is also a good one. The only thing about this fixture is it's not at home, and I think Atletico have already qualified, so they're not going to be looking to take a full strength team to Club Brugge. I don't think, if you know what I mean. Um, Obviously, when they're still fighting for the title in the Liga, so they'll probably be focusing on that this week. Um, Monaco Dortmund's a good game. Monaco have been struggling a lot, so maybe Dortmund can get something up from this. The nice thing is I have Jadon Sancho, who he's not a regular starter for Dortmund, so maybe this is his chance to get some minutes under his belt because Dortmund have already qualified. And yeah, we can see with that. Liverpool, Napoli, and Barca, Tottenham. These are both must wins for not really for Barcelona, but for the other three teams. So you can look. This is definitely full strength squads. You're going to be having the Salahs for Liverpool, the Kanes for Spurs, and obviously I think with Napoli it's Insigne and Mertens. If I'm not, if I'm correct. Um, so you can be looking at having some full strength squads there. Tough fixtures though, so I don't know if I'm going to be captaining any of them because I don't really know if there's going to be lots of goals or not. And then obviously PSG versus Red Star Belgrade. That's also a good fixture. One thing to note is that Red Star at home, they're not that bad. So maybe they can get a result against PSG. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying they might, but I don't think it's really likely. And then PSG are probably, they might rest some, they might not. I just don't know because PSG are the top of the group. So it's kind of, they can either choose between finishing first and second depending on this fixture. If they play a weakened squad, maybe not. But if they play a full strength squad, they can win the group. So they might be looking at that. And then if we head on to the Wednesday, Real Madrid versus CSK Moscow, pretty good fixture. Real Madrid have already qualified, which is when I talk about my transfers, I'll explain what I'm doing with my Real Madrid player. Roma versus I think it's Victoria Plzen. It's not a bad fixture, but it's an away fixture, so I don't know if they're going to be sending players there. Benfica versus AEK. I don't really know what to call for that game. And then Juventus against Young Boys, good fixture. Again away. I think Juventus have already qualified, so don't have to worry. And then Man City at home versus Hoffenheim. They'll probably be playing players like Phil Foden and those guys. That's not a massive negative. City still will carry out a result, and I'm sure they're going to want to bounce back from that loss to Chelsea on the weekend. So you can they'll be getting a good result against Hoffenheim. Then I can give you a piece of news that I do know. That is, Paul Pogba is going to be starting against Valencia, if that means anything to you. Mourinho came out and said that after, I think, the Fulham game. So Pogba will play in that game. It's an away fixture. Valencia have been quite hot and cold. When I watched them against Man United first leg, they had so many chances, they just couldn't score. So yeah, so we'll see with that fixture. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Lyon, I don't really know what to call that. And then Bayern versus Ajax. Again, I don't know what to call that because Bayern are so far ahead in their group that they don't really care, and I don't know if they're going to be risking players. So yeah, now let's go to my transfer plans. So I do have one transfer and 0.4 in the bank. Obviously, if there was one player that I'd want to get out and I regret bringing in, it's Marcus Asensio. He has done basically nothing for me. So I want to transfer him out, but then I'm like, maybe he will play because if he hasn't been playing at all this season, then maybe they'll use him in the Champions League because they're already through or whatever. So obviously, I'm kind of just going to hold on to him. I'm not going to get him for the round of 16. He's probably going to be the first player out. He just hasn't played for me at all and got me returns. I think he got me one return, a goal early in the season. But other than that, he hasn't really done much. So this is basically going to be my team. I'm going to captain Griezmann for the first day. And then I'm going to be looking to shift it onto Lewandowski if nothing comes about Griezmann's game. I'll be just scouting the lineups though because I don't know if Lewandowski will start. Otherwise, I'll just ping it on someone else. Maybe Marega. He's a good option because he's probably going to play. Yeah. So if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments down below. It'll actually be interesting if any of you are using your wildcard or your limitless wildcard for this game week. But otherwise, please like and share the video and subscribe if you want more Champions League content. I'm really excited for the round of 16. As I said, I'm probably going to use my limitless wildcard then, so stay tuned for that video. It should be a banger. But otherwise, this has been Davey FPL, and I'm out. Cheers.